Hey everybody, welcome to Unscripted Real Estate. Craig Lerch, EXP Realty, Luxury, Sports and Entertainment, and kicking it out in Philly today. It is a lovely Wednesday, WWDB AM Talk Radio 860. Love coming live, love coming unscripted. We try not to have the beeps, but that's what makes it live and real. Have an opportunity to be looking out the radio windows here from the studio, have my producers, and I'm looking at my wife's most favorite place, the JG, the highest part in Philadelphia, the top of the Comcast Center. I love it. Shout out to the staff up there. It always gives fantastic service, and also what we should be doing in our business, giving outstanding service, ladies and gentlemen, serving ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be getting more into that as we go. You can always follow me on YouTube, Craig Lerch, Selling 215. You can always get me on Instagram the same way, Craig Lerch, Selling 215, Unscripted Real Estate. Call me 267-214-7728. All right, today we're going to light it up with a longtime friend, longtime expert of the beaches, the sand, and all the above, coming from down the shore. My man, Jeff Quintin, who is also with EXP Luxury, killing it at the beaches, born and raised there, lives there. You go from 300 people on the island to 300,000 in a weekend from Ocean City. But you deal with everything pretty much from the middle of the state down, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And Pennsylvania and Delaware, because you've got your team that's bouncing around.
Yep, yeah, and we're expanding back into Florida again, too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
What part of Florida do you think you're going to be?
In the Jupiter area.
Oh, there you go.
Beaches, yeah.
Our boy Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
Our boy Jack down there.
Exactly.
There you go. My wife said for Memorial's Day, we're going to leave the Jersey Beach. We're going to go to Delray Beach instead. So we're going to go spend the weekend, go down there. But I will be home to do burgers on my patio Monday afternoon. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be talking about what's really happening in the Jersey Shore, what's really going on. Is it affordable? Isn't it? How to get into it? Who is really buying today? And is it too late? Some people say that it sometimes is or sometimes isn't. I want to give a shout out to one of our business partners also, Michael Guida. Michael, getting ready to open a new spot down in Wildwood Crest. And that's actually going to be a cafe real estate office, which is mainly an espresso, coffee, and croissants and Danish cafe, but also with real estate being sponsored by him. So people are going to be able to go there, have all the real estate stuff. So, and you're going to have another office. You're in Ocean City. You have another place to stop down there. So a little shout out to our boy Michael, who's
it's amazing. Looking forward to it.
Fun stuff. We can take him out of South Philly. We can put him right in Wildwood. Right where he's going. Right where he's going. All right. So born and raised in the area. I mean, you don't live in Philly, but you know enough about Philly.
Sure.
And what do you love about that Jersey Shore more than anything else? Tell me a couple things.
Well, first, it's an honor and pleasure to be here today. So thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Great. You're a great guy and great energy. I love it when you get to share.
Always. So what's the greatest thing about the shore? It's just a different lifestyle for sure. You know what I mean? I'll give you one thing that's a little bit different is my commute to work is within 2 minutes.
Yeah, no traffic.
Yeah, especially in the winter months. The summer months it gets a little bit backed up at Ninth Street, so that becomes a pain in the neck. So maybe it's 7 minutes.
Okay.
So it's interesting. It's a small community. It's very localized.
Yeah, it's like living in a little community.
Yeah, and so everybody knows each other. You know what I mean? And it says that local feel, which is nice. Mm-hmm. Everyone knows you. It's kind of like the
movie Cheers.
Yeah, the Cheers, exactly. Yeah. Same thing. Where you walk into a bar, everybody knows. Walk into a restaurant, everybody knows.
You are the mayor. You can't hide.
You cannot hide, right? Everybody knows everything.
You need to leave an island. Yeah. You need to leave the area not to be seen.
You do. And what's interesting about that, because, back in the day, I thought I was the big fish in a little area, right? Which I was. And then yet until you get exposed to other seminars that we've gone to, other top producing agents, you travel a bunch, and all of a sudden you're like, yo, I'm just average. You know what I mean? Because I'm surrounding myself with bigger people, bigger thinkers, right?
Yeah.
So there's a great thing about being localized and small, but then there's a little bit of challenge that you're not exposed to the bigger areas.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons why, going from my boutique real estate company, and you started in a boutique real estate company 33 years ago, Hager Realty, and then through the years they got bought and processed, and I started as Colin Lerch Realtors and through that process. But we both ended up in the same spot, EXP Realty right now. And one of the reasons I had left my own boutique 5 years ago was being stuck in the snow globe, being stuck in that zip code of where you're at. And you're like, you're either going to poison yourself or not. And that's what EXP is giving you. You're not just in a franchise in that location. You're in a big blue swimming in the ocean company, but you're just picking that point to use your product and be a solution. People say, what do you guys do? I said, I'm a solution solver.
Exactly.
we get paid to solve, and it's not even a problem, it's a solution. We solve the solutions that everybody else needs in a real estate need. We just picked the product of real estate.
That's it.
Which can be emotional or numbers wise, as we
get paid in proportion to the solutions we salute.
Exactly. Coach Michael Burt has a sign. He goes, the money changes hands when the bigger problems are solved. Okay, and it was a really great quote that was up on one of his walls. He's a really great business person, business coach, and life coach, and sports coach. If you're listening, Coach Michael Burt. But all right, I got to do this. I always do. It's mainly Philly suburbs. Favorite cheesesteak? Come on. I know you don't eat them. Nobody eats them. If we live here, we don't eat them. Anybody that comes here, what's the first question everybody asks you when you travel around the country?
Yeah. So down the shore, or
let's do down the shore and let's do here.
Favorite cheesesteak down the shore right now? Let's see. It used to be Vol Tacos.
Oh yeah, I used to love that. Right across from the McDonald's there, right on.
Yes, and now it's a newer place, and they still and again similar. So I would say they're still very good. I would say Sacco's is still good.
Sacco subs there. My daughter-in-law Nina and my son love it. My mother-in-law Pat love it.
Yeah, it's all good.
Up here.
Preps on the boardwalk is really good.
Oh yeah, Preps on the boardwalk.
Very good. Their food's great. Up here, I'll probably go with Geno's.
All right. You do half at Pat's and half at Geno's?
I would do both, yeah.
Yeah, you just got to stand there, eat one half to a friend.
For sure.
Not that your gut's going to like it later. You're going to be trying to sleep and like, oh, man, what am I doing? But
exactly.
It's all great. Sports fan. Favorite teams?
I'm a Philly sports fan, but I'm not a huge sports fan. All my buddies make fun of me, they're like,
I don't know the players. I know them to know them.
Yeah,
but.
I mean, are you watching? They'll put a hockey game on. I know hockey, but they'll put a hockey game on. So, what do you think you're watching the Super Bowl? You know what I mean? They'll tease me and so forth. Right? It's just I don't have a lot of time to watch. I do watch golf for sure.
Golf, yeah.
I follow golf a little bit, but
chasing that little white ball around 144 acres that we're supposed to put in a 3.5-inch hole from 100 or 500 yards away and not drive ourselves crazy.
For sure.
There's the philosophy of
it's terrible
of where to go. Yeah. All right, one of the things I always like to do to loosen things up, but also is, hey, my vision is what I live by every day is change lives, make money, and have fun. I love working with other realtors. I love working with my buyers, my sellers, my investors. I love working with other agents. I love letting people pull out in front of me. That means I'm on time. If you're running late, that's a you problem. You didn't get your act together early enough. Go out, change your life today. And making money is not bad. The only person that didn't do it was Mother Teresa. She changed lives without having a lot of money. Yes, she had money behind her, but she changed lives and having fun. So we're adding to the fun part of the show. I always start with, did you know today is a national day or national month of something? But I always tie it back into something of the community. So today is, what's your favorite pie? Do you like pie?
Apple.
There you go. National Apple Pie Day.
There you go.
There you go. With a little vanilla ice cream.
Oh my God.
Hey, a little shout out to the Reading Terminal. A little shout out to Valero's down in South Philly, the bakery there. Bassett's Ice Cream. I'm telling you.
How about the Reading Terminal?
The Reading Terminal's on.
Amazing.
We did taping there when we did our Selling 215 one time. We had sandwiches at the Knicks. We went to Herschel's. We went to the bakery. I forget what it was, but oh my God, it was so good. Reading Terminal's fantastic. So if you come down, especially with the 250th anniversary, this place is going to be hopping. You're going to see a lot of construction that's finishing up now, which you can starting to see the major entries are starting to work and things like that. Something also is very passionate to me because I have three loves of our lives, which is Brandy, Brooklyn, and Winston at home, our pets, our two doodles, and my daughter's chocolate-covered Cocker Spaniel, who is now taking over the world, and knows my wife is Gigi. So, we've kind of adopted. My daughter's like, he's really mine, and when I leave, he's going. My wife's like, I don't know about that. But so it's National Pet Month. Love your pet. Go rescue a pet. Do something. Do you have any pets at home?
I do. A dog. Yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
Special name, anything?
His name's Bentley. He's 12-year-old bulldog.
Love it.
Yeah, and he's had a little bit of challenge the last couple of days. He's got a heart condition. Number one, number two is, but he ate some chocolate the other night. He got in the kids' chocolate from Easter, and so we had him at the vet, emergency vet, and all that. So, but he's getting through it. He's okay right now. He's at home.
Really? What happened?
Yeah. He ate a bunch of the chocolate eggs and chocolate. I don't even know how he got in it because it was up on the shelf, and he got up there when no one was home. And next thing you find out, he ate the whole bag.
How old is he?
He's 12.
Wow.
He's got congestive heart failure, so he's got some issues that.
Man, that's not
with that too.
That's
so.
yeah. Well,
But we're lucky to have him.
You're definitely lucky to have him. Definitely lucky to have him. So, hey, let's get into talking some real estate. So, got the Jersey Shore. What's happening? What's going on? What's the biggest thing that took place in the first quarter of this year? Did it meet the expectations? You guys had like no inventory.
We have no inventory for sure. Inventory is a challenge. It's been a challenge. It continues to be a challenge. Biggest thing that happened first quarter this year, unfortunately, we had a ton of snow. Right, the weather. Again, we're weather dependent. People are not coming to the shore to look at properties or put their homes on the market unless the weather's good for them to come down and think, mentally that, hey, the property's ready to be shown, right? Mm-hmm. And so buyers coming down, it was a little bit of a challenge. So our spring selling season typically is March, like late March, April, is now starting to happen now. Now
Really?
it's in May, so it's delayed a lot.
Really?
Yeah, so our first quarter over was fair, but not as strong as we typically have seen. Weather's held it back a bit.
Homes.com said the April market didn't meet the expectations overall. And I think it's overall to the weather, too. We had that really, really cold spell, and we had that ice that really messed up a lot of things going on down there. I know you guys have how's the rental market? Is it like sold out?
Yeah, pretty much. The rental market's been good. It's not. Here's the thing with rental market. What we're finding is the last few years, homeowners raised their rates. They're trying to push. Mm-hmm. Tenants, they aren't overpaying anymore. Just like real estate right now too. They see that. So our recommendations to all homeowners is you can't keep stretching this up, raising $100, $200 a week. Leave it where they are. Leave it where it's been. Do not raise the rates, and that's helping those getting filled. So, but rentals are good. There's still good activity, but just don't, as a homeowner, don't push it anymore.
Yeah. So little pigs live, big pigs get slaughtered, as the saying goes.
Yeah, sure.
So in Ocean City, well, let's focus on that one right now. What percentage of the properties actually get rented to the percentage that don't? Do you know that?
I don't know the exact amount between homes that are rentals versus not. I can tell you this. It's been a trend probably the last 10 years plus. More buyers that are buying are not renting.
Yeah.
So we've got less and less number of rentals than we had, previously, say 10, 15 years ago. And so the rental income isn't people aren't looking for the rental income as much as they were. It's more lifestyle. It's a lifestyle purchase, an asset purchase. And
are you having more people live full time down there?
Oh yeah. Post COVID and so forth. Yeah, that happened.
What is
we have. So let me put it this way. Yes, more and more people have moved down year round. Yet it's been a challenge because affordability for homes for families to be able to move into Ocean City or any of these short points along the beach because of the price point.
Yeah, you're dealing with all of them up and down. Ocean City, what's the average sale price?
It's over $1 million now.
Yeah. Seattle?
A little bit more. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then you're going to go, then you go into Longport, you're really up.
Really up.
And you're dealing with Longport, Margate, Ventnor, and we go to Ventnor, Atlantic City.
We're from Brigantine to Cape May. I looked at the market report yesterday, and the average price in Avalon now is $4 million. That was as of last month.
Yeah, I was having a conversation.
$4 million. It's like, geez.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with a good friend of mine, Ben Sprango, this morning, and he was like, "Dude," he goes, "I remember houses that we had bought for $250,000 are now $600,000 or $6 million. Are knocking them down and building a $16 million house." He says, "Where is this money coming from? Where are you seeing this influx in southern New Jersey? Where are you seeing? Is it? I'm kind of calling it the tsunami, the silver tsunami, that's investing their money with the family." In trusts and all those other things for taxation reasons, and they're using them, and they're changing legacy to the family. Is that what a lot of this money is? That driven prices up too?
It has. We're a legacy purchase a lot of times right now. People aren't selling, and they're not. We're not finding them. They're buying and holding for 2, 3 years, 4 years, and then reselling again. That was going on for a while when the market was really appreciating. So right now we're seeing more people that are buying, just holding. This is going to be something I'm going to stay in for forever and give it to my kids, wherever that may be.
And leave it forever.
Yeah.
I know, there's some friends of mine that I know that they still have some of the little bungalow houses that, they go and stay at it, and they're the smallest thing they have, and everybody's like, "When's that thing coming down?" They're like, "It ain't ever coming down because we own it, and it's going to get left to us." But you can really see some of that stuff going on.
One of our for a long time, and I guess like at any market, but especially the shore, because the turnover was so fast, you would see someone that we could start out, let's say in Ocean City, on West Avenue.
Yeah.
Sell them a condo there, 3-bedroom, 2-bath for say $600,000, right? Entry level, get in, hang out. They'll be there for 2-3 years and say, you know what? Hey, now it's worth say 700, 750, whatever. I made a little bit of money, but now I can upgrade and go over to Asbury to another 3-bedroom. Now I'm going to pay 850, 900, right? And so there was that move up buyer, but that was the time when they got in. They bought the interest rate they bought that $600,000 property for is at 3%.
Yeah.
But now the interest rate is at 6%, right? So the move up buyer hasn't been in the last few years because of the rates, because now they have to go spend more money and do a much higher rate to make more affordability, right? It's going to cost a lot more. So we're not seeing the move up buyer as much as we used to. Now they're just buying on Asbury, let's say, coming in at that 850, 900 range. Well, today it's more than that, but ultimately, and then they're staying. They're not looking at smart, say, hey, I'd love to be able to go to Central or over to the beach. Some are doing that. They're flip flopping if they're cash or whatever, but we're not seeing that as much.
What percentage of the transactions are non-financed or cash, we'll say?
The higher end stuff, a lot is all cash. I'd say, $2 million above, most of it. We're not seeing a lot of high, loans.
They could be taking debt out against their own portfolios and stuff
for
too.
Sure. They're doing that too. Yeah, if they got a bunch of money in Wells Fargo or whatever, the private client, they'll get a special deal there or whatever. But most of it's going to be cash, the higher end. I would say that percentage-wise, you're probably 60% financing. Still about 40% or so maybe cash.
Okay, so 24%, like if you go back to the numbers for 2025, I think it was 24% of all the homes in the country sold cash.
Yeah.
How many multi-generationals are you seeing? Like kids and parents buying together? A lot?
Together, not as much.
Buying into the property together for taxation reasons or whatever?
What I'm seeing is, a little bit, but what I'm seeing though is it's still the same thing. Well, my parents owned here, and now I want to have the same experience and give my kids the same experience my parents gave me. And so they're coming in now. The kids are coming in buying, and the parents are still there too. The same thing.
Yeah, I mean, people have their own space. I mean, it's like if you're Ocean City, the odds are you're staying in Ocean City. You're in Seattle, you're staying in Seattle. Yeah. You're in Avalon, Stone Harbor, that's where you're staying, that's where you're going. Yeah. I haven't seen a lot of Ocean City go to Stone Harbor, Avalon. I've seen some Avalon, Stone Harbor come to Ocean City because of affordability on the bays and stuff. I mean, you in Ocean City, you can still get on the bay in a single family house at $3 million, can't you?
A smaller lot. A 25-foot lot maybe now. Yeah. You could get 2.5 to 3 in that range, but not a 40 or not a 50-foot lot. Yeah. 50-foot lot and off of say Tennessee Avenue and so forth back there in Rivieras, you're 3 to 3.5 just for ground now.
Yeah.
If you can get one. If.
The famous if.
Exactly. Yeah.
The famous saying I was saying this morning: if ifs and buts were candies and nuts, oh, what a party we'd have, right? If we all knew what we should have bought and bought everything and not spent anything, just buy all the real estate we knew then, right?
Exactly. But you'll find, you'll see, I think, more people looking, they'll go from Ocean City more south, Avalon, Stone Harbor, than Stone Harbor, Avalon coming up to us. If that was the move.
You have a lot of people going Ocean City to Cape May?
Not as much. From time to time, again, we've all been doing this a long time, right?
Yeah.
So there's, maybe if they're moving to a year-round community, I've had that happen to Cape May or, Cape May, North Cape May, or just that whole specific area, possibly. But ultimately, a little bit, not as much. Mostly, like you said, if they're Ocean City people, they're Ocean City people. Seattle, they're Seattle.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy.
That's just what
it's like if you're South Philly, you're South Philly. If you're mainline, you're mainline. I don't care how much I tell you. There's parts of Montgomery County that are just as great, and you're going to save $1 million. And I don't care. I want the zip code.
Correct.
So that's where it's going to come. It's like being Newtown, Yardley, or being in Richboro, or something like that up here in the area. Sure. So we talked about buyers, who they're coming in. Sellers, are you running into that tsunami, the 70 million, the silver tsunami that is like the biggest wealth transfer? They're saying, do I sell it? Don't I sell it? And it's kind of causing a log jam. I know it happens around here because the trade up buyer, a lot of my ultimate, the client I mainly deal with, who I'm a solution solver for, is we have a property to sell, we have a property to buy. How do I do it? And how do I do it without being homeless with kids in a short amount of time with the least amount of stress, effort, and experience without getting divorced in the process of it? Yeah. I mean, what are you seeing in that down there? Are you seeing a lot of the baby boomers keeping, or do you see some of them selling? It's
a mix, right? It's a mix of it is. I mean, in secondary home market, we don't have as much. I need to find one before selling one because it's not their primary home, right? They don't, they don't want to feel homeless without, because it's the second home. They already have their own primary home. So many of them will try to buy, make a contingent possibly, or just put theirs on the market and then go find whatever. That's that. But no, I mean, there's definitely some challenges on selling because the ones that want to sell and upgrade, the problem is just finding the inventory. That's the challenge. There's no inventory out there for them to go find. We've all got buyers that say, go find me this, and if you find me this, I'll sell, right? But then that if you go find them that X property, there's 4 other buyers lined up right now that will buy that same property that doesn't need to sell. Or they'll be in a bidding war, right? That still is happening at the shore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And inventory is what percentage down? Was 2019 a balanced year for you guys pretty much like the rest of it?
18-19 was a good, strong market for sure.
Okay, so you were pretty much balanced on where we were sitting there. Where are you sitting now as opposed to inventory then? How far down? Do you know?
Right now, I'll give you Ocean State, for example. We're sitting about 4.5 to 5 months supply. So for example, we're about Ocean State itself, about 250 units on the market currently.
Which is not a lot.
It's not very low.
I know it is.
And then there was times we had 1,900.
Yeah, I was going to say you're like 75% off.
Oh, way off. Yeah, way off. And by the way, where it is today is the same where it was last year.
And the year before that.
And so it hasn't changed. It's not like there's a big spike. It went way up and went way down. And things are selling off. It's like it's almost more to the same right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so it's trending. It's just flat. Like it's just the number of. Again, talk Avalon, right? So Avalon average sales price $4 million. Very little inventory there. I think there's 55 homes for sale in Avalon. But last month, 12 new listings came on and 12 went under contract. Now, not the same 12 that came on, right? But 12 came on, 12 went under contract. Same amount of inventory that came on, the same went off. But then there's still that lingering 55, right? And so, if it's priced really well, it'll sell. If it's just slightly out of the market, it's going to sit. There's no more. I can overprice it a little bit by 3 months and hope that 3 months from now the market upswings to that number.
How are you educating your sellers? Like if you're the seller saying, I'm going to come into the market end of this year to try to sell in the next 12 months after the end of the summer, I want to use it.
Yeah.
What's the top advice you have for them?
Well, first is if they want to sell after the summer, then we need to evaluate what's going on in the market after the summer because it can change a lot, from between today and after the summer. After the summer also at the shore is most likely you're going to get less, right? Because the buyers mentally know that, hey, you've already used it for the summer. They can't use it. Now they've got to carry it for their own use or their own rental income. So typically the fall selling season is more of, it's more of the deal making season where the buyers can get a deal. But sellers are going to give up, they might give up less because they got the use of the summer or their income, right? So
you're like, you're a quandary. You're like a push me, pull you.
Yeah. You want to get the best price, the highest price now, then now's the time because the demand is here.
Because they want to use it because it's emotional.
It's correct.